What up, friend? Did you miss me? You should not have, because it's only been a day, because you're watching all of the videos, right? What up? My name is Elisa if you're new here, and I have embarked on a challenge for the month of August to post a video every single day. And here's another one. If you're not new here, then yes, you should not miss me because you watched yesterday's video. And now we are doing another one because we have been consistent and we've been showing up and we have been doing what we said we were going to do. And that's fire. I love that for us. Okay. You know what to do. Subscribe, thumbs up, comment, interact with me. Let me know you're here. Let me know that I'm not talking to the wall. And yeah, let's get into today's video. I have been posting more to put myself out there and to put my brand, Illustrated Melanin, out there into the interwebs. And I may or may not have been working behind the scenes on a light but intentional rebrand, but more on that in another video. The point is, I have been trying to do all of the things lately in a short amount of time. And typically around this time, it's like the end of Q3, end-ish of Q3. We still have one more month to go. This is when I get all of my brain dumps organized, or maybe not organized, but this is when like all of my brain dumps start like coming out of the pages and back into my mind and ready for action. And so what I like to do when that happens is to start planning out for my CEO retreat. If you're a business owner or someone who works with a brand or a business, do you take a CEO retreat? Or maybe you call it something else. Maybe you call it like a staff retreat or an employee retreat or a leadership retreat or a team retreat. But either way, I know some folks like to do this monthly or quarterly or twice a year even. It's really up to you, but it's an opportunity to reassess where things are in your business or your brand and take time to sit with it and decide if things need to shift, rev up, or get chopped. I finally started taking these retreats last year. I know, late to the game, not too much. Don't worry about me. I'm good now because I'm here. I've seen the light and I'm actively working towards fixing that. So I started taking CEO retreats last year, and my goal is to do them quarterly from now on, or from then on. And I decided to do about a 3-day staycation. I'll link the video here because I did vlog about it when I went last year. So I will link it wherever the link shows up. I think it's here. So I will link that. But I booked an Airbnb up in North County, San Diego, so that it's like far enough away, but not as expensive as like going somewhere extravagant for a week or so. This was a 3-day staycation, like a long weekend, and it was 30 miles up the road, and it was very cost effective because I went with another business friend, and so we split the costs, and it was the best decision that I made at the end of last year. Now, I will put a caveat here to say that when man makes plans, God laughs, because y'all already know how my 2026 went. And if you don't, I will link another video that talks more about that. But I have endometriosis. I've had a few surgeries this year. And so my plans kind of took a detour and I had to focus on me and my health. However, I went on the CEO retreat and I did the most. Literally nothing went as planned, but that's okay because we are starting fresh right here with this 31-day challenge. I've been posting a little bit more on Instagram and social media as well. and we still have the rest of the year to get things popping. Actually, I'm curious if I were to show more of the behind the scenes and admin work, product process, illustration process, like all of those things. Would you be interested in seeing more of that? Let me know, and I will happily oblige. Okay, so let's dive into what I focus on for CEO retreats and how you too can make the most of your time and get into the health and growth of your business. Task numero uno, get you a notebook and a journal and a whiteboard if possible. I might be old school, but I love me a good pen to paper moment. I love hearing the across the page, okay? It is the best. And I will die on that hill because pen to paper is holy grail over typing things up on a Google Doc or something. So get you a pen, get you a paper, get you a notebook and a journal or a pencil, whatever, and journal it out, Venn diagram it out, make lists, whatever works for you to get your thoughts, whatever is happening up here, all of the ideas that you've had over the past however many months or years, get it out of here and put it on paper. I promise you, you will love yourself afterwards because your brain will free up some space. Your shoulders will relax. You'll be able to breathe a little easier, and all of your ideas will now be locked in on paper, and you can look at it and focus and do something about it. And then, of course, we're going to digitize them later. But before we get to that, write it down, make it plain. And then we're going to use a planner. So I said to get like a journal notebook, also a planner. I prefer the undated ones so that I can adjust accordingly as I need to, but do what works for you. But we're going to take all of the thoughts and ideas that we had, and later on we're going to use our planner to plan this all out. And if you watched my business books video, you will know that I swear by the 12-week year because you're going to choose 2 to 3 big goals. I mean, big goals. And we are going to tackle them in 12 weeks by breaking them down into monthly, weekly, and daily tasks. And this should be the focus for your CEO retreat. Think of this as like a business sprint or an idea sprint. You're going to take these 3 days or 5 days, however long you choose to stay away and lock in, and you're going to focus on those 2 to 3 goals, and you're going to break them down in your planner, and you are going to assess everything that you need to get done in those 12 weeks. And that leads to task number 2, which is taking that list and making it digital. We've written it down, we've made it plain, and now it's time to put it into a project management system. If you have a project management if you have a project management tool like Notion or Trello or Asana, there's so many out there. Choose your poison and stick with it. You're going to make a 2027 goals dashboard. This will be your CEO retreat Bible. You will swear by this thing. You will love this thing. You will sleep with this thing. You will eat with this thing. You will breathe with this thing. You're going to take those 2 to 3 big goals and you're going to parse them out into monthly, weekly, and then daily tasks. And this is going to be how you prefer to view things. So I use Notion. I prefer a database layout where I can see everything as a list first, and then I add a second view, which is, I think it's called a gallery. So I like to see a gallery because I'm a visual person. If I have like a thumbnail photo or something or some kind of photo attached to the task at hand, I love it. I need to see it, and then I can dive in and look through the list of things that I need to attack. So you're going to want to start with your big goals and then break them down into smaller goals. So you know that you're covering everything that you need to tackle. and still parsing enough tasks into achievable segments. This part's going to take a while because you're going to kind of maneuver things around until you get what you need to get from it, and to make sure that it's going to work for you and you're going to have the capacity to get all of these things done in the time frames that you set for yourself. Remember, the most important thing for this part is that your goals should be SMART. And by SMART, I mean the acronym of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Your goals should be SMART. They should cover all 5 of these words, letters, terms. Once you have your 12-week period all planned out, it's time to go to step 3. And task number 3 is to refine. This is where you're going to review everything that you have planned out and make sure that it works for you. Make sure you have the capacity to do it. Make sure it makes sense for the time-bound goals that you have. And you're also going to compare it to your previous months and years. So pull out that Venn diagram and compare and contrast. Refine what needs to be refined, move things around that need to be moved around, adjust, adjust, adjust. This is where we get all the kinks out. What worked or didn't work last month? What do you need to change for the next coming months? What needs to be reassessed and what needs to be removed? Like we said earlier, this is where we are reassessing things to know what needs to shift, rev up, or get chopped. So task number 3 is to refine everything that you have written out, parsed out, segmented out, planned out. Refine it all until it looks perfect. Well, nothing's ever going to be perfect, but until it looks good and you know that that is what you can handle. And I hope you guys can hear me over the noise that's about to start outside. It's already started. Task number 4 is to breathe and review. Yes, this is a CEO retreat. This is a business sprint, an idea sprint. This is where you're getting all of your thoughts out of your head and onto paper and then digitized and planned out. And this is also a time for you to reset and refocus for you. This is time away from the busyness, away from the chaos, and away from the constant noise that you're so used to hearing day in and day out. This is time for you to really be with yourself and assess where you are as a founder. You have your plan done. It's ready to be implemented. You can go and collect your $200. Now it's time to rest. You are going to take time and just watch TV, color in a coloring book, read a book. I love reading. It's so good for the soul. But this is time for you to rest and reset and refocus before you start implementing everything that you have just planned out. Revel in the fact that you are a boss, okay? You just tackled the biggest task that you have been wanting to tackle for so long. It is now all laid out for you. Like, it's ready to go. And if you have people who you can delegate to, this is even better for you because you have already planned out everything for them and you just need to hand it over and let them take it and take care of the rest. It's going to be so rewarding and you're going to thank yourself. Again, these can be quarterly, monthly, bi-yearly. Is that a thing? I know, biannual. Yes, bi-yearly. What is happening? Anyway, CEO retreats are a great resource, and they're so good for maintaining the health of your business and the health of you. We all need to take time to audit our goals and make sure that they still make sense for where we are now and where we want to be tomorrow. Things are always changing and evolving. We are forever becoming. That is my word for the year, and it is a journey, okay? We are forever changing our minds. And if we know from data what wasn't working before, now we have new data that we can change things up and make different decisions and try something new and see what sticks. And CEO retreats are the perfect time to talk all this out with yourself, assuming you're by yourself, and write things down and just really get into the nitty-gritty of it all. So I'm super proud of you for taking the first step into deciding that you want to do a CEO retreat. And now we have to schedule that time away. So where are we going, friend? Who all gonna be there? And are you going to take these steps and tasks with you? Do you have your own set of tasks that you do for CEO retreats or whatever you may call them? Let me know in the comments if you have a different way of doing things or if any of this was helpful to help you get started. As always, I'm super grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for interacting with me. The countdown to 31 days continues tomorrow, so don't forget to subscribe, thumbs this video up, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.